Still young at heart.
Yes, yes, just wonderful.
Have you ever been here before, teacher?
Pardon?
Have you ever been in Thailand before?
Yes.
How many times?
Just once, we were living in Hong Kong and we came, the two of us, in the 80s. Somewhere in like 82, I think it was, and we went to Phuket. One hotel. Lovely.
For me, I was in the U.S. Navy. My first visit to Bangkok was 1965 from Vietnam. So a long time ago, 50 years.
So this is the first time for the volunteer, right?
First time for volunteer, but I've been, we lived in Asia 10 years, 1974 to 1984. Singapore, Indonesia, Jakarta, Manila, and Hong Kong. And I traveled a lot with my work. Been to Bangkok many times. I was in the Bank of America, banking business, so that's finished now. Not too old for that.
Retired.
So hopefully I will enjoy the teaching. Yeah, looking forward to the very much.
Yes. I hope we will join Thai food together again.
Thank you very much. Mama is a very good cook and a very good dressmaker.
Yes.
And she cooked some delicious food for me last time. Yes.
Some I hope we will.
Some tom yum soup.
Yes.
Yes, it was very nice. We had a lovely time.
When you have free time.
I hope so, yes. I don't know when I'm leaving to go up north, sometime this week. But I will be back again.
Do you all know that word retired? Retired. Okay. So what does that mean, retired?
Stop working.
Stop getting paid. Stop getting paid for work.
Tired of work.
So we still work. We volunteers. We were a missionary in East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, 4 years. So volunteer. So it's much more enjoyable. Much more.
But in your country, you get pension from the government.
No. Well, we not pension, but we call Social Security. But it's our money. We paid in, like you. I think same. And hopefully we get back. If we live a long life, it's very good. So, then maybe it's a good system. But in America, it's not enough to live on.
Because everything is so costly.
So people have to save, which is very good, I'm sure.
Even here also now,
Yeah.
because everything.
Save it. Yeah, we try to save from a very young age.
Some people just live on Social Security, but it isn't.
It's not easy. Yeah.
Right, it's very difficult.
Yeah, some people do. It's, yeah. So there's something there, base, something, protection.
But yes, not enough. So
thank you.
you have that system here in Thailand? People, when they make money, they must pay some money to the government?
Tax.
Tax. Then though, will you get that money back when you're older?
They try to do that, but not yet.
No Social Security.
I hope so too.
Just tax.
Okay. So what happens to monks when they get old? Who takes care of a monk when a monk maybe can't work? I know work isn't the right word, but
Because monk they don't pay anything for. They are free.
Supported by
Yes.
so someone takes care of, you take care of the elderly
There's the
monks?
hospital of the monk and the government support the monk also.
Oh, good.
Usually we take care of each other.
Yeah. Which is a lovely His
look
sister.
after younger monk.
Okay.
When the older monk die, and younger monk push on.
I see.
Yeah, position.
And your family, your extended family.
And then we can go back to family again.
You can
Yeah, we
at
can.
that age.
Yeah.
Any age.
All right.
Any time or any ages.
Oh.
And Tishu, why did you choose to come to China?
Why?
Why did you choose to come to China?
Well, the reason was we wanted to do volunteer work for short term. And we have been with Marino before. We were lay missioners in Africa. So we knew, Marino knew us. And we communicated with Brother John Beeching. And he said, okay. So it was last April, almost 1 year ago, we asked permission. And we said to come February and March. We said, perfect. So, and also we had lived in Asia before, as I mentioned, for 10 years between 1974 and 1984. So we're very comfortable with the cultures, Asian cultures. Southeast Asia, East Asia in particular, we know them very well. The cultures, well, not very well, but we know them well already. So that's why we were looking forward to visiting again. It was an easy decision. Yeah, but we wanted to do some more volunteer work. Yeah.
Brother John took us, Anna wasn't there, but took us to Jim Thompson's house. Yeah, this weekend. That was wonderful. Saw how the silk was made. Hand woven, yes, and how from the cocoon, the worms. It's a remarkable visit. Lovely. Silk.
It's for tourists.
For tourists.
For tourists.
For tourists, is that
Yeah.
right?
For international.
It's really easy for Jim Thompson's.
จิมทำสันกรุงเทพก็มีเขาจะซื้อ
Major export.
พวกใหม่กรุงเทพก็มีเขาคงไป
อยู่กันที่ไหนก็ไปได้คุณมาชุมชนก็ใช้
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for the water.
Such lovely, gracious folks.
So, yes, we'll see
Thank
you
you so
again.
much.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, see you later.
He's in the nursing home.
See you later.
Bye-bye, see you later, yes. Okay. So nice to see you, yes, so nice to see you.
วันนั้นเขาเป็นเขาสอนเรื่องเกี่ยวกับตั้งแต่ที่อยู่
There she is again. Who knew that you were doing all that this was all online? And you use the word, Tim, pension. And some people have a job, and I think I mentioned this once before. Some people have a job, and as part of their job in the United States, part of their money, their job says, we'll extend that when you retire. And so they get their pension as well as Social Security.
It's
And
the
that's,
same? It's not the same.
it is not the same. So I get, okay, I don't get Social Security yet. Believe it or not, most people wait until they're 65 to get Social Security. And I am 63. I could get it, but if you wait until 65, you get more.
And how you can get the pension?
Depends on where you work. I was so lucky, really and truly, so lucky. I did not grow up in Wyoming, and I didn't plan to be a teacher. But when I got divorced, I had a teaching degree, and I lived in Wyoming. Wyoming teachers get a pension. I couldn't believe how lucky I was, honestly. So, yes, but not everyone gets that. It depends on your job. Everyone in the United States gets Social Security if they worked. And then poor people in the United States, people who don't have much money, also get help and assistance too. So we still have poor people though, unfortunately. We still have people who are homeless. You know, homeless. Do you have, I don't see homeless people in Bangkok. Oh, some? A lot. So there are homeless people. Wait, I don't see them, but I believe you. I believe you. Okay. When I worked before, I was working trying to help homeless people. So that is a problem. I'm sorry it's a problem here. I was hoping it wasn't a problem here since I didn't see the people. Is it just because homeless people are not in this area? Okay, so they're in other parts. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
So for the pension is mean money that get back when people work and retire, right? And get retirement.
Yes.
But for Social Security, it means that the government gives to everybody, even they don't work or unemployed or not.
I'm not really certain. I understood you. I'm not certain about the right answer. I think you had to work because Social Security, when I was a teacher in the United States, when I got my check, my money, part of it was already pulled out and given to the government for this. So every month, money was pulled out and had to go to Social Security.
And how about unemployment?
How about what?
How about unemployment person?
Okay, so my lovely mama, my mother, my lovely mother worked but at home. Worked a lot at home, but never had a job where she got money. Because she was married to my father for a long time, then she got a little bit of Social Security. Yes, and if you are not employed and not married, if you're not employed or not working and haven't put money into Social Security, I don't think you get Social Security. But there's other forms of help. It's a big problem, the poor in the United States, an enormous problem. And I wish I had the answer. I really do, because many of the homeless people that I met, Ginny, do you know what I mean by homeless? Okay, so they live on the street. Live on the street. They don't have a home, or they live in a car, or we also have things called shelters. homeless shelters, which are buildings where people can go. But the homeless people I met were homeless for such many different reasons. Some of them drank too much alcohol, addiction, or drugs, addiction, which was so sad, so sad. Yeah, really, Joshua, it is so sad. It breaks my heart because these are wonderful people who have had a terrible life because of this addiction. Some of them were mentally ill. You know, they just had a mental illness. Such a variety of reasons, you know, it's really, I wish I could solve it. It's 10 till 10. Mercy, I want to give you some new vocabulary. We had plenty of discussion. Who was it the other day that asked about pre? Was it you? Pre. I got some pre words. Before, right. Wait a minute. Where's my free word? Well, maybe I'm not going to do that. Let's do this. Let's do this idiom then. Never mind. I'll do the free words later. It looks like I lost those. Here we go. Here's your idiom for today. Have you ever heard of this? Whole 9 yards. Let's say that. The whole 9 yards. Have you ever heard that? No. Oh, good. I'm going to teach you something. The whole 9 yards. Here's another one. The whole ball of wax. Let's say it together. The whole ball of wax. Or the whole shebang. The whole shebang. Or the whole enchilada. The whole enchilada. You know what that means? Everything. The whole thing. All of it. Chanta ordered pizza and he ate the whole 9 yards. That meant he ate all of it.
On the same meaning.
Yes, all of these things, the whole 9 yards, the whole ball of wax, the whole shebang, the whole enchilada, it means all of it. Toy brought me a gallon of ice cream. I ate the whole enchilada. What does that mean? I ate all of it. All of it. Now, careful. Careful. Don't say this in a formal situation. This is not formal talk. I would not go to my employer and say this. These are not naughty words. They're fine. Informal idioms. My daughter asked me, do you like your students? Do you like teaching? Do you like Bangkok? And I said, I love the whole 9 yards.
Everything.
Everything. I love all of it.
Teacher, whole 9 yards, you with the something is positive more than negative.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought of it that way. I think it could be used negatively though, honestly. I think it could be, I'm trying to think of something I hate. other than snakes. We talked about phobias the other day.
Crocodile.
Yes, crocodile. If I'm having a wonderful experience here, truly wonderful. If I were not, I could have said to her, I hate the whole 9 yards. I hate the whole enchilada. I hate it. I dislike it. So it's not always positive. It can be used. It just means all of it. Please use a sentence.
Teacher,
Yes, ma'am.
used for people, for person and things and place, all.
Yes, it's just, instead of saying all of it, this is a way we would mean all of it. Yes, it just means all of it. Everything. Did you drink the whole bottle? Yes, I drank the whole enchilada. The whole ball of wax, I drank it. So I drank all of it. Did you read your book? Yes, teacher. I read the 9 yards. So I would like to hear a sentence, please. I'd like to hear many sentences using either the whole 9 yards or the whole ball of wax or the whole shebang or the whole enchilada. Do you know what an enchilada is? Pardon me? It's Mexican food. Yes, it's a delicious Mexican food, tortilla wrapped with meat, enchilada. This is really probably more slang. These are more idioms. But these are things you would hear in American discussion. The whole enchilada. Enchilada.
It's meat and vegetable.
Yes, yes, often in a tortilla. Just like Juana and Kino would have enchiladas. She would do that, yes. I don't think they told us that. Okay, Chop, would you please use a sentence? Chop, you're my first one. Just anything.
I love all your style teaching. The whole 9 yards.
Say that one more time. I'm sure it's right.
I love your style teaching. The whole 9 yards.
Thank you. Would you please come back in 5 minutes and be prepared to have a sentence using the whole 9 yards, the whole ball of wax, the whole shebang, or the whole enchilada. It means all of it. Everything. Supi, I can tell, loves the whole 9 yards of Vietnam. He loves all of what I know about Vietnam. Go take a break, come back, prepared to give me a sentence. See you soon.
What is this you call? Is it right?
Yes, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Do you know what it means? Everything. Do you know everything? So all of it. These are just words that, phrases that mean all of it. You may write it down, but you don't have to. You may take a break. 5 minutes. You don't have to, but you may. You're taking a little break. I now understand what you were saying. I didn't realize that Toy was your sister. There was a person in here. Oh, I know what I was thinking. Peyon's son. I thought that's what you were talking about, but no, you were talking about Toy being your sister. I'm getting it. There's our music.
Enchilada เป็นขนมปังกลมๆที่ไส้เนื้อกับผักของชาวเม็กซิโกของคนเม็กซิโก
Yes, ma'am. Did you say teacher? No. I need to do a better job of saving my work because I did this last week and problems are gone. My mistake. Suraphet?
Yes.
I have a question, please.
Yes.
I'd like to show this movie.
Yes.
Is that going to be in it? It will show some, it's not really violent, but you know in our story, he kills a couple of people in the story? No, you're fine. But in the book we're reading, in the Pearl.
Paul, I studied before, but I forget the
That's okay.
idea.
Okay, he kills a few people. He kills some people.
Yeah.
So is it okay for monks to watch this movie?
Can.
Okay, good. I mean, it's not very violent, it's not like some awful thing that you're seeing, but certainly he's going to kill someone. I don't think it's bloody.
We study.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yay! To watch it. Okay. No, we're not quite back, but let's get started anyway. So we were talking about the whole enchilada, which is very much slang. The whole shebang, the whole 9 yards, the whole ball of wax. And that means, when you say that, that means you're talking about everything involved. So, I would love to hear a sentence, please. All you need. Hi. Do you
us a sentence using this?
Yeah. Last time when I went to Korea, I enjoyed the food for the whole. Yeah.
Okay, last time that I went to Korea, I enjoyed the